In the top stories, Director of Public Prosecutions addresses charges against Prosecutor Chantrice Dorset. St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police investigate officer misconduct allegations. And Trump defense nominee paid $50K settlement in 2017 assault case. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Friday, January 24th, 2025. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey. Nationally, the Director of Public Prosecutions, or DPP, Adlai Smith, issued a statement early on Friday to address charges laid against Crown Counsel Prosecutor Chantrice Dorset. DPP Smith said the charges stem from the June 2024 murder of Akeem Archibald. In the aftermath of the incident, the prime suspect, Kyron Phillip, fled the Federation by sea and remains at large. This prompted an investigation which led to the arrest of a state prosecutor.
Ms. Chantrice Dorset has been formally charged with the following offenses. 1. Accessory after the fact to murder. 2. Attempting to pervert the course of justice by assisting the fugitive in fleeing the Federation to shield him from a murder investigation. 3. Attempting to pervert the course of justice by assisting the fugitive in fleeing the Federation to shield him from an unlawful possession of firearm investigation. 4. Attempting to pervert the course of justice, assisting the fugitive in fleeing the Federation to shield him from a trial for the attempted murder of a person in an unrelated matter. 5. Misconduct in public office, advising and counseling the fugitive based on her knowledge as a prosecutor to assist him in evading the police. 6. Corruption, trying to use her influence as a prosecutor to get the firearm used in the murder surrendered under an amnesty program.
The DPP said his office remains committed to upholding the integrity of the judicial process. In accordance with the principles of justice, Smith said Dorset is presumed innocent until proven guilty and is entitled to a fair trial.
Urges the general public to act with maturity and refrain, I repeat, refrain from speculating about this case based on rumors or publishing inaccurate information that could prejudice the fair trial of these charges. Inappropriate comments or speculation on social media or other public platforms could interfere with the ongoing investigation, undermine the fairness of the judicial process, and they could result in legal consequences. Examples of inappropriate comments include accusations or assumptions of guilt, statements that suggest or reveal confidential details of the investigation, speculation about the evidence or the motives in this case. The Director of Public Prosecution's Office will not hesitate to take firm action against anyone who seeks to interfere with the administration of justice through such conduct. Despite best efforts to contain information related to this sensitive case, leaks touching on the investigation have been noted. Any law enforcement officer found leaking information will face severe disciplinary and legal consequences.
DPP Smith said the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions will not hesitate to take firm action against anyone who seeks to interfere with the administration of justice. We'll have more on this report in a subsequent newscast. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force has been working to reduce crime and violent acts in the Federation. This is according to Deputy Commissioner of Police Cromwell Henry, who was speaking on Wednesday's edition of In Focus when he gave details on statistics of various categories of crime fighting.
The homicides, that is of particular concern to us, of course, to most people, and we've seen a reduction. We made a concerted effort to ensure that we had a lower number this year than the previous year. And we achieved that, small as it fact is, we were able to achieve a 10% reduction in homicides compared to last year. So we've had 28 homicides last year, and compared to 31 the year before.
Yeah.
And of that 28, 25 of them were firearm related. So we see that we have a firearm problem, and so we continue to address that. In terms of firearm related offenses, we've had a significant reduction in those. 39% reduction in firearm related offenses, 31 in 2023, and compared to 19 in 2024.
Deputy Commissioner Henry also shared statistics on break-ins, bodily harm, and other incidents.
Bodily harm, woundings, we have 11% reduction in those, 161 in 2023, 144 in 2024. We look at break-ins, we had a 1% reduction in that, small, but it's a reduction nonetheless. However, we have a 6% increase in sexual crimes, 68 in 2023 and 72 in 2024. A difference of 4 crimes, which is for us is still high, still too high. Robberies, we have an 8% increase in those, 3 crimes more than the year before, 39 in 2023, 42 2024. Larcenies, we have a 12% reduction in those. Drug possession, a 5% reduction. As I mentioned, firearm, 39% reduction. Malicious damage, 30% reduction. So most of the categories we've had reductions, which brings us to a overall total of 11% reduction in 2024.
Deputy Commissioner Henry, who heads the Service Improvement Directorate, said technology plays an important role in crime fighting and the resolution of cases.
We have our forensics department that meticulously do crime scene investigations, and we collect samples, collect evidence, and we use labs in the UK and in the US and different parts of the Caribbean to help aid in our investigations. And so a number of those crimes were solved using forensics. That almost guarantee convictions, and so we are confident that when we make an arrest, that 16%, that 57% increase also contributed to the reduction, because detection aids in prevention, helps prevention. If a person knows that he has a high chance of being caught after he commits a crime, he or she, yes, then he's less likely to try. If he knows that he has a high chance of getting away with it, he's more likely to do it. And so we believe that detection is a good form of prevention. And so we deliberately set out to detect these crimes in order to prevent further crimes. So currently we have over 25 persons who are in prison awaiting trial for last year alone.
Wednesday's edition of In Focus was held under the theme Policing Today, Securing Tomorrow. Notice has been given for a sitting of the National Assembly to be held at the National Assembly Chambers Government Headquarters on Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at 10 a.m. The order paper and other papers will be issued later. The National Assembly will be broadcast live on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM and participating radio stations. It can also be viewed live on TV Channel 5 in St. Kitts and Channel 98 in Nevis. It will also be streamed live at www.zizonline.com. Copies of bills are posted when they become available on the website sknis.gov.kn of the St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service under the section Bills. We move now to news on the regional scene. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force is investigating allegations of misconduct by one of its officers following concerns raised on social media. The Commissioner of Police assured the public that the matter is being taken seriously and will be thoroughly examined. While details of the incident have not been revealed, the police force emphasized its commitment to professionalism, stating that any behavior below standards will not be tolerated. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force also apologized to those affected and urged the public to continue reporting concerns, assuring transparency in the investigation. 15 cybersecurity experts from across the Caribbean have created a roadmap to improve regional digital defense, addressing online crime challenges. The framework was developed during a two-day meeting in Port of Spain on January 21st to 22nd, 2025, with participants from several Caribbean nations and regional security organizations. Supported by the UK's Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, the initiative aims to enhance cybersecurity in smaller nations with limited resources. The roadmap includes a knowledge-sharing platform, national strategy exchanges, and better handling of electronic evidence. The Commonwealth Caribbean Cyber Fellowship, launched in 2024, is part of the broader Commonwealth Cyber Declaration, which seeks to create a safer cyberspace for all Commonwealth citizens. Internationally, Pete Hegseth, President Trump's nominee for Secretary of Defense, is facing growing opposition after disclosing that he paid $50,000 in 2017 to settle sexual assault allegations. Hegseth has denied the claims, stating the encounter was consensual and that no charges were filed due to lack of evidence. The allegations made by a woman who accused Hegseth of assaulting her in a California hotel room are being further complicated by reports of alcohol abuse and domestic violence from his second wife and former sister-in-law. Hegseth and his attorney have denied all accusations, calling them politically motivated. The Senate is set to vote on Hegseth's confirmation, with both Democrats and some Republicans voicing opposition. Ford is recalling 272,827 Bronco and Maverick vehicles due to defective 12-volt batteries, which may cause the vehicles to stop unexpectedly or fail to start. The issue, linked to weld failures in batteries from Camel Battery of China, affects models produced between February 2021 and October 2023. Ford estimates only 1% of vehicles are impacted, but has reported no accidents or injuries. To address the issue, the company will provide software updates to improve battery detection. This recall follows Ford's recent pledge to improve its recall processes after facing a government fine for past delays. And now for the weather. Present weather is fair skies. Winds are a moderate breeze of 13 miles per hour from the northeast. The temperature for today is 27 degrees Celsius or 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Seas are 1.5 to 2.1 meters or 5 to 7 feet, with northerly swells reaching 1.5 meters or 5 feet. A high surf advisory remains in effect for northern-facing coastlines. Weather forecast for today and tonight predicts partly cloudy skies with a 40% or moderate chance of passing showers. Sunset for today will be at 6:01 p.m. and sunrise for tomorrow will be at 6:44 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your presenter, Shanique Harvey.